Hey y'all. I'm back with another Etsy restock video, and I have 3 golden books and then a wonder book. So they're all these 3. You know, the golden books are 6x8. They have 2.5-inch spines. They all 3 of these have buttons on the spine. This little Peter Rabbit book is a wonder book, so it's like 6 by 7.5, so it's just a little bit shorter than the golden book. But I wanted to kind of, because they're all similar, they all have the ties. Now, when you see the pictures in the shop, they don't have the ties around them. I just decided to do that. So they all have this tassel, like a fabric tassel with a button wrap, so you can remove this. They're removable. You can undo this and you can reuse all these pieces, or you can just use it as the tassel. And then each one has, like this one has a little turtle and some beads, and each one has a rabbit bead with little beads on it. Okay, you see that? I did them all a little bit different. These 3 have about approximately the same types of things on the tassel. Okay, the buttons are different. These are all vintage buttons, and this is a mix of new and vintage buttons on these, and then they all have this tie. Now this is a little bit different because I just wanted that plain yellow on that. I didn't want this. So they all have 3 signatures. They all have the tassel charm. They all have a goodie pack. They all have like 88 plus pages. They all have a hidden paper clip. One of my hidden paper clips with the envelope on the back as part of the hidden paper clip. They all have a writing board in them from a Richardson hardback, like a hard book. Thank you, Jessica Rapp, for that. And for this, Jessica sent me this book right here. Love this. I love this book, and I actually have another copy. This is one of my favorites. These all came out really, really cute. I'm very happy with them. And they're all, you know, the pages are stitched in of the book, so the complete book is in each one of them. Then there's pages from other books in here. I'm trying to do like an overall so I can just kind of flip and do this all in one video. The video may be a little bit long, but all the original pages to the book are stitched in this way, vertical. And if there's any other additional pages from other Rabbit books, they're stitched across the top. Okay, so that gives you the difference. So you can see the different books. Because, yeah, anyway. So I'm going to start with Peter Rabbit and Home for a Bunny. I'll do those first. I think these would make great just everyday journals for, you know, spring, summer, just whatever. If you love bunnies, I think they would be great baby books or children journals. You know, either way, whatever you want to use them for. So this one is a little bit different, the colors and things, and this one is the most girly. So I just did the yellow. I didn't do a piece together wrap. I just did the yellow because I just wanted this yellow, and on all of these they're backed with my sheet pieces that I tea-dyed, and they're gonna fray a little bit until they maybe get down to the stitching, and then that should stop. But anyway, I just wanted this super simple. I really like this yellow with this. This tassel has more feminine fabric strips on it, and this really pretty pink button. These are the buttons on the spine. Now I tied these buttons so they do move up and down. Here is the little bunny with the bead on this one. And then I put some other little pink and white beads with the little kitty cat charm. Okay. So like I said, they'll all come with a little goodie pack, and there are several like different types of tags and envelope and layaway tags and some scraps from this book, some pom-pom trim, some vintage pom-pom trim. This is vintage pom-pom trim that I found at my favorite store. It's like a really, really pale, light blue. And then there's some rickrack and some other fabric pieces that I thought would be cute for you to add tabs or pockets or whatever you want to add to these. And these packs are similar. It's a nice little goodie pack. You know, it's not huge, but there's a lot of stuff in this little bag. And so I did not add tabs or the Rick Rack or anything here. I personally like it like this, but I added you some pieces. So if you want to add the Rick Rack or you want to add the white pom-pom trim, you know, you can. So stitched all the way around them, around all of these except for Rabbit and His Friends. I didn't stitch all the way around the book. I just stitched the spine in. This is a mix of newer buttons and vintage buttons. And these, you know, and if you don't like the buttons on the spine, you can take them off. I mean, I'd be very careful cutting them, but you can cut them off if you want to. Just don't cut the, just don't cut how the book's bound in unless you want to take it apart. So this particular book is, let's see, this is a 1961 copy of this book. Okay, and I left the front and the back like I normally do. But all the pages from the book are stitched in. These do lay really flat when you go to work in them. Just might have to put you you know, a clamp or something as you're working in it. This is scrapbook paper, and it's got these little darker pink, the leaves and the centers of the flowers are like an embossed, really cool paper. Music paper, Richardson, scrapbook paper, cardstock. Really cute. All these books, the images are really, really cool. I really like, I like the way these turn out. I'm very pleased with these. So there's Richardson pages in each one. You know, the same sort of mix that I normally do. And if you're new to my channel, I usually mix in, I like mixing the old with the new. So this is the double-sided paper clip. So this is one side. And they're all bunnies. They're all bunnies, except for the Peter Rabbit. I did like a little farm boy on that one. But so it just clips in like that. You know, whatever you want to slide in there. Holds really well. And then the other side is an envelope. There is nothing in the envelope. I just left that, you know, left that. So you can put whatever you want to in there. This is a gift wrap paper by Maggie Holmes. This is a really old children's workbook, I think from like the 30s or 40s. Cardstock. There's a page that is an envelope, or can be used as an envelope in each one, from one of the Rand McNally, the large books that has that really nice thick cottony linen paper. I left it as an option, okay, for you to, if you want to use it open, you know, you can, or you can close it up like an envelope. And I'm trying to do this fairly quickly, y'all, because I really want to do this all in one video. Look at the birds. So cute. There's birds and bunnies and flowers. And then I did a video on these envelopes, how I made these. So there's one in each book. The images are different. Nice big envelope that I just, you know, sort of attached like that. I didn't clip it in. It stays like that. Richardson. And then the book page. So more scrapbook paper with the little birdies. I love the little birdie paper. Dictionary, vintage dictionary. This is just writing paper. Cardstock. Vintage graph. Another vintage page from a children's book. This is from another book. This is from a children's treasury book that I also got from Jessica Rapp, because she is so awesome and generous to me with the kids' book. She sent me so many awesome things. And then this is a page from another golden book, the Egg Book. Some parchment, like deli paper, vintage songbook. I did put buttons in the middle of the signatures where I didn't create something for a potential envelope. They're not like a lot of pockets. You know, there's a couple of envelope places in here. You know, the envelope, and then you can do the I'll close that other one up as an envelope. I wanted to keep it pretty simple so you can do your own thing, and I put you fabric here so you can do fabric tabs, and then scraps so you can do paper tabs or whatever you want to do. So here's a little writing board for this one. This was one of the pages from the Richardson book. It was a hardback book, and it was really long. It was really tall. So at first I thought I'd make a journal, and then when I started doing these, I was like, no, some of those pages would be really cute as writing boards in here. So I just simply poked a hole, put an eyelet, put some fabric, you know, cut it down, and then just rounded the corners. So each one of these is really super adorable in every book. This is from a vintage science book. Looks really cool. This is from that Children's Treasury. It's a story about Bartholomew the bunny. And then there's a couple of whole pages, like one signature, you know, one piece of a signature in these two with the bunnies. So like here, I put this here so that if you want to make these pockets, you can just glue this in and you can make those pockets in the middle. So anyway, some Dick and Jane. Really, really tons of space. Lots of really cool images, cute bunnies. You know, I'm happy with the way these turned out. And then lots of fun stuff here that, you know, you can play with, or you can just leave it as the charm. Okay, so that's Home for a Bunny. And then Peter Rabbit, and I really love this book too. I looked up, I actually found this, it's been over a year or so ago, maybe been 2 years ago now that I found this one at my local favorite shop that y'all hear me talk about, Susanna's Antiques. And I think this is so super cute. Here's the little pack that comes with this, and you'll notice some of the fabrics might be a little bit different. The Rick Rack may be different, but the pom-pom trim and the vintage pom-pom trim and scraps and all that stuff, it's all the same amount of stuff in each one, so to speak. So that's a little pack for that one. And this one, these are some gingham quilt squares. So they were already sewn together. Okay, so what I did was I cut those in strips. So like that's a whole strip right there. And then, let's see, that's a whole strip right there. And I just pieced them together and made the ties for this. I thought they would go really cute like this. And like I said, originally I didn't put the ties on there. And then I thought, you know, it needs a tie. It needs some kind of closure. So, but you can use that however you want. So Peter Rabbit, look, this book is so cute. So on the inside of these Wonder books, they always did the images on the inside. And this is a 1961 book. Now, the back cover on this one was toast. It just was really messed up. So I love this floral. So just added this floral paper to the back, and I stitched all the way around this book and then down the spine. And I've of course added the book corners to all of them too. But in here, this part was torn. So I don't know if you can really see. So I came down here and I fussy cut I just took some little scraps of flowers and just inked it and then glued that in. So this is one layer, and then this little yellow one is another layer, and then I signed it down here. So my signature's in there, but it doesn't like jump out at you. I try to not make my signature so predominant that it's just in your face when I sign my books. And so I had to do some doctoring on this cover. And the cover here, I have not sealed it. It's, you know, it's got a little bit, a slight, very slight like bubbling. Okay, but I've stitched around it. It should be okay. I wouldn't, you know, of course, I know most of us are not going to go out in the rain with them or anything like that, but yeah, it's just so cute. This book is so cute. All right, so let me shut up, Babylon. So I'd stitched in all the pages this way. And these paper pages are thicker than the little golden book. These are more that thicker linen-y texture pages. Did I do the envelope? Maybe I didn't do, yeah, I did do that in here, but it's in a different spot, I think. Anyway, so music, gift wrap, Richardson, dictionary, cardstock, scrapbook paper, graph paper, page from the Bartholomew from the Children's Treasury book. And then this is the actual book. In here, just a little, I thought it was cute with them peeking out. And then I put buttons. These buttons are mixed in these books. Some of them are vintage, some of them are newer buttons that I got in a swap that I did. I had a lady contact me about doing a swap, and she sent me some really super cool things, and I just never haven't had a chance to film all that stuff in my Happy Mail. I've just already put it all in my stash. So I'll try to point that out when I go through my books. If there's something that someone sent me. Okay, so here is the paper clip in this one. So I used the little boy, since it's Peter Rabbit. I just thought the little boy would be cute in here. He's got the little dog, and there's little flowers down here, and there's a little chick next to him. So that's that side. And then this is this side. I did a different one. I did a different pocket and put alterations tag and just a little cluster with some felt buttons. And I left this, the intention here is if you want to add a charm or something, I left the paper clip kind of out like that on this one. So that's the first signature, second signature. Maybe I didn't do a center envelope in here. I can't remember, y'all. I thought I did it in all of them. Here is the envelope for this one. Bartholomew. Did this, I did the middle kind of similar to the other one. I just really like the bunnies peeking over. He's crying though. He's crying. So all of the same type of elements in each one of these. And lots of space. Some of them may have one or two pages more than the other, because I really don't kind of count them until after I'm done. I just put together what I like. So here is the board for this one. I like to watch the frogs in the pond. And then I love this one when he's standing up underneath the little mushroom. Anyway, so those are all just so cute. Another page from the science book. This is the third signature. Yeah, this was a little craft page that had, I think there's a bunny on the other side. I only had one of those, so I put that one in here. Another workbook. Tired Peter Rabbit. Music. Yeah, I didn't put that as an envelope in the middle, so really there's only that one envelope in this one. Yeah, another Bartholomew page. Egg book, golden book page. Maybe I just thought that was cute. It was a little outdoor, it's a little craft book, vintage craft book for kids. The other side of the science book. And then I will tell you that this page is torn right here. I need to go back. I'll probably go back and I had intended to do that and I forgot about it, and maybe add a little piece of washi here so that that doesn't rip further. This one is just really, really cute. I love the Peter Rabbit. So let me see where I am on time. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here I'm going to stop here with these. And rather than try to rush through and do them all in one video, I'll be back with Duck and his friends and Rabbit and his friends. So, see you shortly. Love you guys. Bye.